Hey guys, so my headache is better today, thankfully. So we are at Myers and Damon wanted to look at the Christmas ornaments. Look, I just found this when I was turning the camera on to show you guys stuff. That's really cool. And it comes in the light version too. And over in their cart, I'll show you later, but there's a version of this deer. Oh, his little legs are missing. There's a version of this deer but laying down, and my grandma had one of those, so I got it because I don't think I got many of her decorations, unfortunately. But there's quite a lot of decorations here. So I told you, except apparently for Christmas lights, Myers has like everything. This looks like Abby with a Christmas sweater on. I bet I know who would like this, Christy. How cute is that? Oh, look at him. He's really soft too. Really soft. What'd you find, Damon?
TARDIS.
Oh, Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Look at that, you guys. It's a festive sheep.
And guess who?
What?
It's your favorite.
It is my favorite doctor. For 25% off. Alright. I'll catch you later, guys. If I see anything else interesting, I will be sure to show you guys. So, Damon decided he wanted to make dinner tonight. I'm not going to complain about that. So we were trying to pick a wine that will go good with steaks. And I like sweet white wine, and he's only had red wine. What's your guys'?
I've had red wine. I've had all kinds of wine.
Oh, I thought you only had it. What's your guys' favorite kind of wine? Decisions. I'll let you know if we find something though. Just checking in. There's another cute house. This is some neighborhoods that we don't usually go to, but they've got little deer too. I really love light up deer. They have a light up wreath, and then we'll get this house too because, like I said, we don't usually come to this area, so I don't know if we'll catch it again. And it just seems like a good add-on because it's just a little bit, but the garland's really pretty, and it's really pretty. So there's our Christmas lights for the day. Hope you guys like them. Hey Abby, why don't crabs celebrate Christmas? Oh, I haven't even told you the punchline yet. Abby, hey, Abby. Psst. Are you tired of me already? Abby. Wow. Miss Lindy, why don't crabs celebrate Christmas? Because they're shellfish. No? Hey Damon.
What?
What does Miley Cyrus have at Christmas?
I don't know.
Twerky.
Good lord. That's actually terrible.
What do you call Santa when he takes a break?
I don't know.
Santa Paws.
Wow.
Hey guys, it's Heather, the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? Let's see. This is Vlogmas day 21. Really crunch time. Yeah, so that makes it what, Monday, December 21st? Christmas Eve is coming soon. Are you guys ready? I'm still not. I think I'm getting the last of my stocking stuffers tomorrow. I do have Christmas Eve off, just in case, because like I'm off what will be today as you're seeing it, which is Monday. And then I work Tuesday and Wednesday. That'd be the 22nd and the 23rd. And then the 24th is Christmas Eve, and I'm off that day, and I'm off Christmas Day. Obviously, I'm not getting any stocking stuffers for people on Christmas Day. So like if I really am in a bind, I do have Christmas Eve off to go fight the massive hordes of people, but hopefully it won't come to that. Things I have done today include sleeping, making plans with my friend Victoria to go to Joann's, both myself and Victoria sleeping in and then being cold and lazy and not wanting to go to Joann's. Like, we both wanted to go, but we both wanted to be like at home. So what I ended up telling her was, you know what, I will go check Myers to see if they have my yarn that I needed for the Ravenclaw scarf and hat that got ordered. And if they don't have it, we can go today or we can go tomorrow. And she said, yeah, that's a good idea. She wants fabric because she sews, but she's like, I can always go get some fat quarters at Walmart or Myers and not go to Joann's today either. So we ended up not going because as we were making plans, Damon woke up and David had to work tonight, so he was asleep. He wasn't going anywhere. But Damon woke up and he's like, well, let's get our grocery shopping done and look for your yarn and see if you can find it here. So that's what I already sort of decided to do anyway. So we did that. So I showed you guys some of the ornaments and the wine selection. I believe I videotaped, at least some of it. And the ornament that I ended up getting is one, oh no, I got it hooked. The ornament that I ended up getting, which is going on my tree right after this, is this adorable, look at it. And she's made of like glass or plaster because the one, I think I showed you in the clip, the one that was standing up, her two back legs were broken. So, but my grandma had a deer that was pretty similar to this one. It wasn't the exact same, but it was similar, and it was sitting down. And I was really excited because I didn't get many of my grandma's like ornaments and things. I think I have the stuff she gave me, but as far as her things getting divided up, I didn't get much of them. So I have a deer like my grandma's now. So she's going on my tree as soon as I'm done with this video. And then in case you're curious, probably not, but maybe, the wine that we picked out was this, it was a dessert wine, and it was peach and honey, and it was really, really good, you guys. Like, he ended up making, he was being budding chef today, and he ended up making steak, like a strip steak with mushroom and onions, and then French green beans, and some type of macaroni and cheese. It was like a deluxe something that he made. But it was really, really yummy. I will give Damon credit where credit is due. He does cook when he wants to, and he cooks well, and it was yummy. I like that we trade meals with each other a lot because David eats very plain. Like, some of it is because he's picky, but some of it is because he has allergies, and some of it still is because he had, when he was a kid, his family had eaten dinner or whatever, and they must have had like a bad can of something in the dinner, and they all got food poisoning. But he got it like the worst of all. He was one of the youngest kids, and he, like, I guess almost died. It was really bad. I don't know if it was food poisoning mixed with being sick or something too, or if it was just the straight food poisoning. I don't really know. But he apparently had it really bad. He was on medications for a while, and they, like, I don't know if it was a steroid or what it was, but I'm not really sure if you get steroids for food poisoning, even if it's really bad. I don't really know what they give you, but he had some anyway. And those like messed up the lining of his stomach, so like he can't have, like, orange juice is too acidic for him, so certain things are too acidic to begin with. And then he's allergic to things with like tomato seeds in them, and he's allergic to nuts, I think I've mentioned before. Like any kind of nut, it seems like. Just some are worse than others. Yeah. Some of it is he's also picky, but but he does have legit reasons. So he doesn't eat a lot of like what I cook. If I cook something like Italian, or he eats like, he likes eating stuff like fish sticks, like baked fish sticks, and I'm allergic to seafood, so I don't cook that. And I think that's like my one food, like actual food allergy. Stuff like cucumbers, like raw cucumbers and ginger irritate my stomach, and they like make me feel sick, but I don't think that's an actual allergy. I guess I have a dairy allergy, but it's not severe enough to stop me from eating most dairy. I drink like soy milk and things, but I still eat cheese and things like that. But anyway, the moral of the story was that Damon cooked tonight, because we cook each other dinner a lot. And we also don't cook for David much, just not because he, like, I would cook, like, if I cook when he's home, I'll make like fish sticks, for example. Since I just said that, I'll bake them for him, even though I won't eat them. But he's rarely home at actual dinner time, even though our dinner's late, because he works overnight. Like, we all work evening shifts, but Damon and I work until like 1 or so in the morning. But David works overnight, so he's not home until like 8 in the morning. So me and Damon usually end up eating dinner together and cooking for each other, or just like throwing a pizza in or whatever. But we had that dessert wine anyway, was the beginning of the story, and it was really good. And I suggest, if you like sweet dessert winey type things, if you haven't tried peach and honey, you should, because it's really good. And then while we were at the store, I hope the light shows this really well, because I suppose it could look just straight brown. But I did find the Bernat Super Value that was suggested for a Ravenclaw scarf with the bronze coloring in walnut. So it is a shade of brown, but it does come off as a bit bronzy. And held, the blue that I have is like over there, so I'm just gonna hold this up next to it. It's not quite the same blue, and it obviously isn't the one I would use, but next to a blue, it does present as pretty bronzy looking. So I'm gonna use this. I checked with my friend who bought it for his friend, and he approved. So I got several of these guys, and like I said, that is in the color walnut, and it's a Bernat Super Value, which is kind of like a red heart. I think it's a bit softer than normal red heart. It's almost like a red heart with love, almost, and it's definitely like when red heart softened up some, like in the newer ones, it is definitely as soft as that, if not a little bit more. So it's like in that spectrum somewhere, I suppose, of softness. If like red heart is a good concrete 5, then this is probably like a 5.5. It's most definitely not a latte cake, which I would call that a 10 in softness, but it's not harsh, and it's all acrylic, so there's no like wool scratchy feeling to it. But this is the color that I'm gonna go with and see how it looks. And then I could not help it while I was there. They had one skein of this, which is also, it's also a Bernat Super Saver, or Bernat Super Value. But this is in the color Redwood Heather. And I think that is beautiful. It's a really pretty, like, cedary red color. I love it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, But even if it just ends up being extra color in some granny squares or something, because I only have the one and the store only had the one, then so be it, because it's really, really pretty in my opinion, and I like it a lot. So those are the two different yarns. I picked up several of this one because I'm making a hat and a long scarf, but those are the two colors I picked up at Meijer's today. And I also got this mask. Okay, so I'm just saying, at my work, there's several locations, and apparently one of the locations had a worker that wore a mask that was offensive to others. I don't know what the mask was per se, but it was offensive, and other people were offended by it, and that caused like a big stink because they retaliated by wearing something that offended the first person. Now, long story short, all of us get to suffer at all the different locations because we're only allowed to wear plain masks. We can't even wear designs normally. So like I had all these Halloween themed masks that I generally wear everywhere. I have that Chewbacca mask that I wear everywhere, and I'm not allowed to wear them because somebody might get offended by Chewbacca or Halloween. I have one that's just plain monsters because, you know, like monsters are my jam. So I can't wear that. They're not even like Disney monsters or like they're not specific any kind of monsters, but I can't wear it because somebody may be offended by cartoon monsters. So that being said, I was told that the week of Christmas we could wear Christmas themed masks. So I'm gonna get my monsters. Look what Meijer's had. That's the abominable snowman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Bumble. Let me see if I can get this open real quick. And he's in little Christmas attire. So I'm gonna get my monsters anyway. Ha! Ha! And if nobody's offended by this for the Christmas week, I am gonna try to use that as a argument for wearing monsters. Anyway, so I got a mask also at the store. And I think besides grocery shopping, which nobody cares about, I think that's all I got at the store. Yeah. I didn't get any other yarn because I don't need any other yarn. So came home, and then actually, so David was at work. He was leaving for work when we got back. We went to Aldi's too while we were out, but that was literally just a run in and grab a couple groceries that Aldi's has that, like I make to take to work. So okay, here's another thing. So I've been working on, like, in January I had my surgery, and I put on like 40 pounds from then, which I'm not happy about because the years prior to that I had lost like 150 pounds, and I'm really not wanting to reverse that and go back. I don't, So, and I'm seeing how much like I'm gaining. At first I couldn't help it because I couldn't move around and do like anything. And then my body just got used to that, and I got used to just eating whatever I wanted, and I need to try to, it's hard doing it during the holidays, especially, I'll tell you what, with all that yummy candy out and stuff. But I'm trying to get back to a healthier weight. Like, I've never in my life been like a small skinny person. I don't even, not that there's anything wrong, like I'm not body shaming one way or another, but I know where I feel the best. And I don't want to lose a bunch of weight. I never did. But I want to get back down to a weight I was happier with. So I have been working out in the mornings. In fact, when I mentioned that I got to join in Kay's live the other day, yesterday or the day before, I got up and I'd been riding my exercise bike then, and I've been trying to make sure I drink enough water during the day. And like, it's easier at work because like that's all I really drink at work is water. So I did that, and then where was I going? Oh, because Aldi has, so I make like sandwiches and take them to work, but I try to keep everything, like, even if I have like mayo, it's light mayo and that kind of thing, and it's measured out. Like, the way everybody loses weight differently, whatever works for them, right? Like, some people swear to keto diet, some people swear to doing like this or that. When I first started losing weight, whether it was the best choice in people's opinion or not, the fact is I did it, is I was on the caveman diet or the paleo diet, I think it's called now, which literally there's different stages to that. And like at the beginning of it, you drink water throughout the day, but you don't eat anything. And then you can basically eat whatever you want at night, which doesn't sound healthy by any means. I already know the bad points of it, but even if it's only because what I was doing was controlling my calorie intake when I was really heavy, it worked for me. So at the time, I did it. Now, recently, I've tried that again, but I don't weigh as much now. Even having gained the weight, I don't weigh as much now as I used to. And I don't know if that contributes to it or what, but it didn't work for me as well. And like when I first did it and when it was working, I just wasn't, like, I think I was just in the mind frame of it or something. I wasn't hungry during the day. Like, people would be like, but you're going to starve yourself. But I didn't, because after I drank the water, I wasn't hungry, and then I did eat whatever I wanted at night. This time around, I did not enjoy being hungry feeling through the day. Like, I was too used to being snacky even during the day, so I've just been, like, calorie counting and that kind of thing. Like I said, making sure I drink enough water and all that, so we stopped by Aldi's was the point for like some lower calorie like flatbreads for sandwiches and things like that. So we went to Aldi's and then we came back. I didn't film in there because it was such a quick trip in, and then David was leaving for work, and then we got a phone call from our work because they asked Damon to pick up some hours tonight. I make too much money on overtime, so they don't ask me first. But Damon went to work then for a while, so I worked on my cowl, which was like the only time today that I've gotten to work on it. I'm using Shawl in a Ball Community Coral. I think yesterday was the day I showed this. It was either yesterday or the day before. But this is as far as I've gotten on it today. It'll probably be twice as tall so that it lays really thick and nice right here. But this is my Silent Night design, and hopefully you can see it. But I'm quite pleased with it, and like I said, this is the next pattern that'll be coming out. So if you are interested, consider hitting the like button or the subscribe button down below, because I will be putting out a tutorial for this at some point, and a pattern in my Etsy store. I do have 2 other patterns in my Etsy store right now if you are interested in the written pattern versions for the Destination Anywhere hat and cowl that I have out. I do have that as a free tutorial, and like I said, I have the written pattern in the Etsy store if you're more of a written pattern kind of person, or if it's just easier to print it out, take it with you, and that kind of thing. I do not have the Santa's Favorite hat as a written pattern, but I do have that tutorial out. Silent Night is coming. Latte Cake Shawl is coming. There's several comings, but yeah, those I've probably either talked about or whatever already, so enough of that. I'm very full after dinner, I'll tell you that. I just talked about calorie counting, then I'm like, we had steak, but that's all I've eaten today. And it's probably all I'll eat tonight. Like, I'm gonna probably have some water later. And like I'm watching what I eat, but I'm not going like crazy on it. I'm trying to do more working out than like denying myself everything. 'Cause like one of my big vices is Reese's candy, and I found out like for the Christmas season, the trees, they have 170 calories in them. So because I'm counting calories, and like that's pretty much all of the like sugary things that I eat anyway, I can give myself 170 calories a day. I can have a Reese's treat, like that kind of thing. And if I can stay within my calories for the day. So I'll probably eat a Reese's treat later, and then that'll probably be enough of my day. Just because like we were so busy today, I didn't eat this morning or anything this afternoon when I did wake up. So dinner was huge and delicious. So I definitely am not going to be eating another meal. So I'm going to check that as an okay category today. That being said, I also have this chocolate, which is my Lindt Advent Calendar. So we're looking for day 21. I found it like immediately. That's like unprecedented. So right here is day 21. Look at the little teddy bears peeking out the window. Aren't they cute, you guys? I love teddy bears. I say that like every time I see this just because there's so many different like teddy bears on it. Yum. It's another wrapped candy, which is listed as a Lindt mini double milk chocolate ball, which I believe these are just chocolate with like a milk chocolate like cream center. And this is the one that has the moon in the Santa hat on it. Yeah. See? He's really cute. These are really cute packaged chocolates, I will say. I'm quite happy with them this year. Never had them before, but I've had Lindt chocolate before. So, what else? The Christmas quote. A couple of you guys got it. The Christmas quote was, from yesterday, was, "Now you listen to me, young lady. Even if we're horribly mangled, there'll be no sad faces on Christmas." And that is from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't actually remember the quote. Like, I've seen the cartoon. I've seen the Jim Carrey version. I think that is from the Jim Carrey version. But when I looked it up, it just said How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But I think that's the Jim Carrey version. I'm not 100% positive. It seems more like that. Like, I can almost hear that in the Jim Carrey Grinch voice when I'm saying it, so. Today's quote is probably an easy one. I would think this is one of the most known lines from this movie. But the quote is, "I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year." Do you guys know that one? What else? What else, guys, before we get to the 12 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar? I don't think I have a lot else to talk about today, which is probably good because I've already prattled on, I see, for like 23, 24 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. I just like spending time with you guys, so I keep randomly talking about things. Sorry if I'm boring. Like, I know I've talked on quite a bit yesterday and I think the day before. But you guys are the only people I talk to for the most part, especially on my days off when I'm just like home with the boys, or sometimes not as they're working. But anywho, I guess we are on to your Advent calendar. It's the 12 Days of Christmas. I have hand dyed because I have started experimenting with hand dye yarn. I have hand dyed 12 skeins of yarn. Actually, only 10 right now. I still have to dye the other 2, which I'm planning to do tonight so that they're ready for the last 2 days. Shh, I was unprepared. But they will be done. And it's something that I want to start doing more of. So I'm really, really pleased that you guys like it. Yesterday, it was it was called Peppermint Bark, and it was inspired by like the Ghirardelli. Linda, I think, actually said that it reminded her of the Ghirardelli Peppermint Bark, which is what I was thinking of when I made it and named it that. But then was it Angela that said somebody said that it reminded them of Blood on Snow, which is way more up my alley than, because like me being the horror buff person that I am too, I like loved that answer. Like now I can't unsee that when I look at it either. So thanks for that. But I really do love that. Like I think that's cool. It kind of reminds me of, was it Jason Takes Manhattan that was the winter themed one, and he's like walking around and it's snowing and there's like the Christmas lights, and then obviously he knifes people, and kind of reminds me of that now. Anyway, I'll stop being weird. So here is today's reveal. I'm not even going to bother to sneak peek it because I'm not good at it. I'm just going to show you guys. Here's today's yarn. It's another green one. This one was done on a little bit different of a base, but it is, it's still 100 grams, but this is in a bulky 5-weight yarn instead of the 4-weight yarn that I've been using. It is from Joann's. It's 100% wool roving. It is buttercream roving, if I remember right. And I just got the natural color and then dyed it. And this was dyed green, and then I painted on the stripes in like the black that I use. Since it's just a over-the-counter food coloring, it always ends up being brownish, so I kind of just use it as a brown. So what I had used as the name for this is Through the Woods, and I thought it was fairly fitting. Let me unwind this one too to show you guys that there's a lot of the brown striping on it, and I like the way it's like seeps through the yarn, like because it was painted on, basically striped on, instead of just dipping it. But there's the yarn. I think that would make something quite pretty. And I like the splotches of green at the end because it's like a clearing in the trees, kind of, you know, a clearing in the thickness of the trees or whatever. Let's see if I can reskein it. But yeah, so that one is the first one that I showed you guys, like not in the advent calendar, but like I just like showed it off because I was doing it, which was like Santa's Coming Down the Chimney. That one was also made on the same base, and I have a couple more of this in the bigger, bulkier weight roving. I'm quite happy with this. I think it turned out pretty. I hope you guys like it. That's the yarn for the day. I really hope you guys like that one. I like it. I might try to recreate that one and do something with it. But yeah, so hopefully you guys liked it. Wow, I just saw how long I have been taking to talk to you guys today. We are almost a half an hour. So I'm just going to say my goodbyes and remind you to please like and subscribe down below. Like I said, I put out other stuff. I put out podcasts, shopping videos, hauls. I'm expecting some yarn coming in the mail that I don't need, but I'm excited to show it to you guys because it's a new yarn. Shh. But but yeah, so like I said, if you want to subscribe, please do, and hit the bell, and you'll be reminded every time I put something out, which is going to be once a day at least for the rest of Vlogmas. And I will just talk to you guys later. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out and spending your December with me again. Honestly, it does mean a lot to me. So thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye.